Welcome back to my Legends Expanded Universe chronological timeline rating, where I go through the Legends Expanded Universe according to my personal timeline order and rank each one on a 10-point scale. No, I do not know why I chose such a long-winded series of words to say for the start of these, for the introduction of these, but no, I'm not going to change it either. This story that we have today is Dawn of the Jedi Force War, issue number 1, and what should be noted about this one is it takes place in 25,972 BBY as opposed to 25,973 BBY, so it takes place a year after the previous issues in this comic series. So it's the first time jump for this comic series. This comic series opens on Shikakwa. Well, it opens with like this monologue from Tasha Rio. She's like a seer now. We'll see more Jedi seers down the line with the one character from the Knights of the Old Republic comic series. But meanwhile, she's just summarizing that a year has passed and this war with the Infinite Empire has been raging on in the Tython system. So it's another one of those. It's another issue where it hurriedly explains what's happening to try to catch you up in the first couple pages, and then it dispenses with the story thereafter. So it's a little bit like the first issue of the entire series, the first issue of Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm. It's a little bit like that. So we open for real this time on Shikakwa, where flesh raiders, who are mutated hybrids of Rakatans, they all brandish their own Force sabers, which are all yellow, which is a cool artistic choice when the Jedi all come in with their purple Force sabers, because like in the last issue, it was being set up that now the Jedi are making their own Force sabers to prepare for the war. Because the setup last issue was that Tem Madog is now producing Force sabers for the Jedi, and it's breaking their code a bit, but these times are going to be dire, you know? And so Zesh is fighting off these flesh raiders, and he's absolutely destroying them, and he's trying to find balance now, but he must remain in the dark to defeat these enemies, you know? And there's a really awesome panel that's just one of my favorite panels where Shea Koda comes riding in on a flying Rancor with a purple Force saber brandished, and it just looks really, really cool. So basically there's really no story to this issue. The start of it is just a massive battle, you know, and so they're all fighting, and Zesh comes face to face with another Force Hound who has the mask that Zesh wore, the, you know, bulbous circle mask thing, because apparently more than just Zesh wore this for the Force Hounds. I'm not sure why Trill ever is seen wearing this, but he's going, you know, traitor, and Zesh dispatches of him. And then a really surprising thing is in the next panel, Dagan Locke comes running out towards Zesh, and you're thinking, uh-oh, he's about to have to fight Dagan. But Dagan is with them. He's on their side. The Jedi are having him fight with them, because the vision he saw, maybe it wasn't the dark side, maybe it was a warning, and although he's pretty much unbalanced and everyone's a little, like, wary of him, he's on their side for now. And we see Hawk Rio fighting, you know, we see Seknos fighting, and we see Trill, and Trill does not have a Force saber. She's still playing up the charade that she's just but a simple, whatever she said she was, bounty hunter, smuggler, spacer, whatever she said. And so Seknos, you know, saves her from danger, and there might be something going on between Seknos and Trill now. Maybe there's a relationship and stuff going on now. Then we cut to in the command of the Shikakuan fortress, where Rajaviri, the big bald former Jedi, Grand Jedi Master, is speaking with Baron Volnos Oxryo, and Volnos is mad. He's like, if Shikakwa falls, the Tython system is lost. And Rajaviri's like, relax, dude. We beat them back on Tython. And then Baron Volnos is like, but you lost Skagora. And Skagora was featured in the Eruption comic books, or in the Eruption short story. So good to see a connection there to another previously established planet in the system, and that it's not just staying on, Tython and new planets. So, yeah, they're discussing how they've got to stand firm, and Rajaviri saying that now that all of the people of the Tython system have united with the Jedi, because at first they didn't think the Infinite Empire and the Rakatans were a threat, and they were kind of just content to just watch it happen. Now that they've joined the Jedi, they are stronger, and they'll be able to defeat these enemies. Then we cut to this awesome panel of Tem Madog just going crazy with his Force Saber, with Dagon Locke, hacking through people, and with I can't remember his name. He's the Nagri Jedi Master. Tave, that's him. Tave, the Nagri Jedi Master, there as well. So they're just all fighting the Flesh Raiders, and they just keep fighting the Flesh Raiders, and they beat them back and win the day, but they will be back for sure. So they've defeated the Flesh Raiders here for now. They've got to regroup, recover. They've got wounded, but they are all right for now. And we also see that Seknos and Shakoda are not best friends anymore. They're having arguments because Seknos is with Trill, and Zesh is wary of Trill too. He's like, I know her. I don't know how I know her, but I do. And then we see that Zesh and Shakoda are, in love now. And meanwhile, Predor Skalnes on Skagora, which is now the Rakatan base. Now that Skagora fell, the Rakatans have set up a base now. We get to see Predor Skalnes, but we see another Rakatan Predor with blue skin. I believe this is the first Rakatan we've seen with blue skin, and she has hair. So the first Rakatan we've seen with, hair. Mostly that's just to make us believe that she's female, just to set her apart from the males a bit. And I do not remember what her name is. It'll come to me. I can look for it. It's Celet. I just did not remember that was her name. I honestly had no memory that she was in this until I started rereading it, and then I was like, oh, I think I remember that character. So this character, Senet, is a female high-ranking Rakatan Predor who just comes out of nowhere for this final arc. And, there's some tension between her and Skalnes over who's in command, but there's also some tension because, they might be together. But then, Force Lightning, Skalnes obliterates Celet, and maybe that's why I didn't remember her very well, because he literally kills her in her opening appearance. So I assume that she outranked him. She was the head, perhaps, of the Infinite Empire. It doesn't go too deeply into it, but she kind of outranks him, it seems. But so he dispatches of her and is ready to fight some more, and that's how the issue ends. It's a good, fine issue. Nothing wrong with it. I would give it a 4 out of 10, just because I don't like how rushed it seemed, and how there's a time jump, and how they have to quickly summarize events that you might have liked to see, just to catch you up for the story they wanted to tell. I didn't enjoy that with the first issue of Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm, and I didn't enjoy it with the first issue of Dawn of the Jedi Force War. That takes some points away, but it's still a great issue. The battle is awesome. The artwork is amazing. This is just a really solid comic series. I don't understand why a lot of people give it hate. It's really good. No, it's not Tales of the Jedi or Legacy or Republic, but it's really solid. It's better than most Star Wars comics, I would say. It's definitely in the top tier. But what about you guys? What would you give it out of 10?